Look, we're going to get the people what they're waiting for. Everybody going to get a turn because I know everybody got something to say. Who want to go first with the Charlo fight?
Man, I want to go first.
All right, before you tell us, break it down. Tell us who you had winning, and then break it down.
Josh at 140.
Yeah, he'll knock Rolly out bad. Regis are not Rolly out bad. He'll treat.
Hold on, I'm taking. Wait, say that again.
I said, tell us who you had winning, and then give us a breakdown.
My man from Boxing Minute said Gamboa would be a good test for Rolly.
No, that'd be a nice test. That'd be a nice test.
Yeah, that would be a nice test for him.
That would be a nice.
I think Menace is on something.
Yeah, that'd be a nice test for Rolly.
Yeah, I just never want to see Gamboa fight again, though. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, not at this point. Not at this point.
Bro, Gamboa's getting passed around like a thought. It's sad to watch it.
He's still boxing though, so you can't babysit him.
Right, still getting paid.
Yeah, you want to be out there.
Somebody need to go babysit him. It's not right letting him get passed around to all these young dudes like that.
Oh, somebody background loud.
Not mine. You want to hear my prediction about the Charlo fight since I'm the Charlo brother?
Yeah, tell us who you had winning, then give us the recap of it.
All right. Me, I had it a draw.
Okay.
I had it a draw. Because I'm not going to lie, I was losing my mind in some of the middle rounds because of how Castaño was doing. But it's like Charlo kicked it into another gear in the championship rounds. I haven't rewatched it yet, but when I was watching it, they had a lot of swing rounds. Like that round Castaño hurt Charlo in, the third round. If you watch that, Charlo was winning that whole round up until that point. Charlo was winning that whole round up until that point.
Set up to what round? 3?
The third round. Charlo's winning up until you can give Castaño the round, but really Charlo was winning the whole round up until he got hurt.
You said third round.
Say something about this style.
Me, I had it a draw. I think Castaño looked like, he looked like he kind of won, you know what I mean? Just based off of, I feel like he banked more rounds. Like, he had he banked more rounds in a row than Charlo did. I'll say that. If you're going to give Charlo rounds, it got to be this round. Castaño
like
then that round, you know what I mean? But, hey, they both neutralized each other. Castaño didn't throw no 800 punches. He only threw a couple more punches than Mel. Mel wasn't able to be aggressive. When they were in the middle of the ring, Castaño couldn't do nothing. I don't know if you guys noticed that. When they were in the middle of the ring, Mel controlled them. When they were on the ropes or, close to the perimeter of the ring, Castaño controlled the fight. So nobody really had full control of the fight. It was really tit for tat. But me personally, I enjoyed the fight. Like, that's a fight you put out in any era is always going to work because the style meshes, the way they fought, the shift in momentum, the way Jermell was able to back him up, make Castaño fight on the back foot, the way Castaño made Mel back up and fight on the back foot. But, yeah, it was a good fight. And me personally, I think in a rematch, Mel's going to make the proper adjustments, get the stoppage. And, yeah, that's how I see it.
All right, who want to go next, DJ or Briz?
Well, Charlo did his thing in the championship rounds. And that's what Menace said. Charlo did his thing in the championship rounds. I will agree. I really did disagree with the what was it, 117, 111 score. I think that was a travesty to what we seen. And I really feel that, although I'm not going to say I'm not a Charlo fan. I mean, people do like him. I feel like people didn't get Castaño his just due. He earned that belt. It wasn't like he got the belt and they handed it to him. He beat some people to get that belt. He was ranked number 2 for a reason, and people kind of wrote him off, and that's what I didn't like about that. How you going to write off the number 2 fighter in that division, and they both fighting pound for pound? That's why I felt that he was done wrong. Now, overall, I felt like Castaño controlled the fight, but like Menace said, I felt like the reason why Charlo got the draw was because of the championship rounds. And you gotta remember the politics of boxing. We talking about undisputed. So that fight was going both ways, and you're not gonna give that undisputed title to somebody if it wasn't like a clear decision. I mean, I thought the draw was a fair. I mean, I thought Castaño dominated more because he outpunched Charlo. I mean, that was my opinion. But for them to give Charlo that 117 to 111 score, and then to say that Castaño wasn't a credible fighter at that weight, I felt like that was a slap in the face to Castaño.
Go ahead, son.
All right, what you think, Briz? Who you had winning, and how did you see it?
I had Castaño winning. I think it was a complete robbery. I think he controlled the fight for most of the fight. Like, everybody looked for this. Everybody looked for Charlo to be this knockout artist, and he couldn't get the job done with the knockout. So he resorted to this bullshit boxing that he's not good at because he couldn't intimidate the opponent. The judge, once the judge said 117, 111, I knew it was a draw. I knew it was a draw because there's no way in hell that judge seen a 111, 117.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I was utterly that was like a slap in the face to Castaño for number one. I thought it was a real slap in the face. I mean, it was a really good fight. I'm not going to lie. It was a good fight, and I would want to see it again.
Yeah,
Here's the thing about the Charlo brothers, right? When they don't get the job done, we tend to champion them as being good fighters. No, you went out there, you go out there with a game plan to knock your opponent out. And then when that don't work for you, he had you backing up. He was backing you up the whole fight.
For me, the whole fight, 89, I'm going to say about 85% of the fight, Charlo was on his heels.
You couldn't hurt him. You couldn't hurt him, and you didn't have a game. You didn't have a plan B.
Wait, hold up. So Loso is saying we not really being real about what we saw, which I'm not understanding why he's saying that.
We're gonna respond to that, but I want everybody to get their point across first.
Wait, what did he say?
My thing is.
Well, I mean, I got my point across.
When Charlo don't do what he want to do, and he doesn't have a plan B.
Briz is breaking up.
When Charlo don't do what he want to do in a fight, and he don't have a plan B, we tend to make excuses for him. As I'm not a Charlo fan, but we tend to make excuses for him. His plan is to go out there and knock you out. If he don't get the job done, we try to act like he's this great boxer. He's a horrible boxer against big names. You've seen it against Tony Harrison. You've seen it against Robert Jackson. You've seen it against these dudes that when he be losing these fights, and then he comes through with a knockout. Now he's a knockout artist. When he can't get the job done, now he's a boxer. No, you horrible, bro. You lost last night. That's why when he asked you, did you want a rematch, you said, we got to talk to my camp. No, bro, you lost.
Yeah, he ain't giving him that rematch. He ain't giving him that rematch.
So look, rematch. So yeah. So I'm gonna give you my point.
Well, I mean, listen. I see a lot of people commenting, but this is what people gotta understand. The politics of boxing. Listen. Charlo is a favorite fighter, so they're not gonna just give Charlo. They was gonna do what they did. People don't understand the politics. The politics of boxing says, well, it wasn't the definitive, even though Charlo did get outboxed, outpunched, outscored, people going to say, well, he rallied in 10, 11, and 12. I mean, I feel like, I mean, let's be real. I mean, if you wanted to pick person, if it was a win or lose, I'm going to put Castaño. I'm going to pick him. But the politics of boxing says that we're not going to give this belt to him at undisputed. Well, we never had undisputed at 154.
This is what I think. So me, I had it 7-5 for Castaño. But I wasn't mad at the draw. The reason why I wasn't mad at the draw, I think Charlo won round 1 and 2. He won the last 3 rounds, which is 5. And then there was a few swing rounds. But I had Castaño winning. But the reason why I had Castaño winning, it was really a lot that I seen wrong with Charlo. Like Charlo, I think Charlo, like Briz said, he came with one game plan. And then once he got stuck, he got confused and he just looked for a counter hook and he just loaded up on it. And I always tell people, you know, me being a fighter myself, the one time I always know when somebody's fatigued, it's 3 things that they always do. 1, they abandon their jab, always. 2, they load up on their punches like he did. And 3, the punch output gets low. Charlo did all that at one point in time. I think what got Charlo back in the fight was he hurt him in the 10th round, which gave him the momentum, which helped him close out the fight. But I do think Charlo did better than a lot of people give him credit for. Like Hitman said, most of the fight, I had Castaño winning, so he did dominate most of the rounds to me. But when Charlo used the jab, when he got in the center of the ring, he did. People not acting like Charlo didn't do good at all.
Right.
Castaño won to me. He won more rounds, but I don't like how people act like Charlo had he didn't do nothing at all.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this, Sibbie. This is damn near the same. They always get this criticism. Anytime that Charlo's on like a tough fight, or like even if it's not really a tough fight, even if their opponent just has moments, it's like that just overshadows the whole fight. Like when Maul fought Montiel and he got clipped, everybody forgets that Maul literally dominated every single second of that fight up until that point. And even after that, he still won more rounds. How many rounds did you give Montiel? I gave Montiel maybe about 2-3 rounds at best.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it was around that too.
And now everybody's saying, "Oh, Charlo barely beat Montiel." Charlo damn near killed Montiel. Montiel just caught him.
I think the big
out.
Well, I think he lost. I think Charlo. I mean, truth be told, I mean, if we judging, I wouldn't. I see people commenting and saying whatever it is. I'm just talking about what the real is. Ain't nobody crying. Well, I'm just saying, Charlo lost. He got his ass whooped. I text y'all and said that. Was the person in the car? He's speaking facts when, you know, Adam keeps. Well, I understand. Listen, bro. Like Loso, let me just say this to you, bro. Let me say this to you, Loso, because you're not on. And I understand what you're saying. A spade is a spade, Lo. But let's go with the facts. The politics of boxing is dictating the sport. So even though we may say Charlo, I believe that Charlo got his ass whooped. I think Charlo got his ass whooped.
Disagree to the fullest extent.
I don't think I do think Charlo lost, but I don't think he got his ass whooped. One of the biggest reasons.
Nah, Costanzo was in his ass.
No.
Castaño missed a lot. Castaño only landed about maybe 20 more punches than Charlo.
Now come on, Hitman. You being a little bit biased now. I feel like you're being biased. Charlo got his ass whooped. He got rocked.
Nobody look. Brian didn't do everything.
I watched the fight twice.
Brian's output. Wait. Brian's output dropped tremendously. He threw about almost 320 punches less than he usually does. The punch output was what he threw a couple more. No. I don't know where you get that. Where you getting that from? Because when they looked at the stat, Brian did not land a whole bunch of clean shots. A lot of those shots were on the.
He did land up. What are you talking about? He was rocking him to the body. He caught him with 2 hooks. He was rocking Charlo. Charlo almost went down at one point. What are you talking about?
He had Castaño on his bite for 2 minutes in the 10th round. That whole round, Castaño was on his bite.
Okay, yeah, that you survived. He survived the round. Even the commentator said, "Well, we never seen Castaño like this.
All right,
we never seen him like
11,
this."
12. Did you watch the 1, 2? Did you watch the early rounds? Castaño did not dominate that fight. Castaño might have stole a few rounds. He did not.
Man, Castaño beat Charlo a lot of the rounds, bro. I'm telling you.
That was a close, tight fight.
That was not a close, tight fight now. Nah. I can't go with this, the close, tight fight.
Time out. Just so I can get an understanding where everybody's at. I want everybody take a turn. Tell me how many rounds you gave each person. I'll start. I gave Castaño 7 rounds, Charlo 5. I had Castaño winning. DJ, what did you have?
I'm gonna say about the same, 7-5. But I say one of them rounds, I'm gonna say was the middle round was maybe, I'm gonna say around 8 was kind of One of them rounds, it was kind of even fight, but I said 7-5.
Okay, Briz, how did you have it?
8-4.
For who?
Castaño.
Okay. And how did you have it?
I had it either 7-5 Castano or 6-6 a draw. I keep going back and forth with it because of them swing rounds.
I think the biggest reason why, like I said, I agree with majority of people. I did have Castaño winning, but I don't think it was a blowout. I don't think he whipped Charlo ass. I think it looked like that because Charlo took the first 2 rounds clearly to me. The middle round, I think Castaño took more consistent rounds. So when you think about it, you're like, okay, the early rounds, super early rounds was Charlo, and then Castaño went on a big dominating run, and then Charlo closed it out well. But the biggest reason why I say Castaño won is it looked more like a Castaño fight than a Charlo fight. Charlo has much more he could do that he didn't do, and Castaño, it looked more like him than it did Charlo.
Listen, let me ask you a question, Sid.
What's up?
What can Charlo do much more than he's been doing? It's like we keep looking for him to be this other person besides a knockout artist.
Okay, I can tell you. Have you seen Charlo fight plenty of times, right?
Right.
Charlo, one of his best things to do is to double jab and throw the right hand behind it. He barely did it. Charlo loves those uppercut. He barely did it.
Because it got neutralized.
He what?
It got neutralized. That's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, but if you watch the first fight, that's what he could do differently. What I believe he can do differently in the second fight. He also.
But how about if you can't get it off?
Huh?
How about if you can't get it off? You got to have a plan B.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think they're going to do differently. Now, if you've seen Castaño fight, what do you think he can do differently?
Fight his fight. See, in boxing, it's about who take in boxing is about who take the lead. If I make you fight my fight, then I'm going to win. If you make me fight your fight, you're going to win.
You're right. I don't think you understand my point. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is the fights I've seen of both of them, I don't think it's much different Castaño can do in the second fight than he did in the first. I can't say the same for Charlo. I've seen Charlo do much more than what he did last night. Castaño, I've seen him do different, but not much different.
Okay, but who is these opponents that he's doing it against? See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times we have conversation as boxing fans, right? But we tend to say what a fighter can do in the ring, but sometimes you can't pull a trigger against these certain opponents.
So,
like,
right. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
I gotta go back to what you just said. And
if you fight,
you said what are these opponents Charlo did it against, right?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I want you to understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's a difference between you being one of the champions and you're fighting for an undisputed title.
Yeah.
As opposed to you just fighting a top 10 opponent.
Charlo's fought champions before.
Okay. He may have fought champions before. What champion did he fight that's just as active and wasn't scared? Tony Harrison? No, I'm not giving. Tony Harrison can't punch.
Yes, he can. What are you talking about?
No, Tony Harrison, I get what he's saying. He doesn't have that dynamite in the hands. Tony Harrison did what he had to do to
crack. He just boxed. That's it.
Oh my God. Tony Harrison can't crack, bro.
Yeah, he can't crack. You seen it his last fight. He can't crack.
You seen his last fight after he had how many months was he out the ring?
Castaño had Charlo rocked a few times in that fight.
Let me explain something to you, Hitman. Hey, Hitman, let me explain something to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What weight class you box at?
130 or 140.
If you stop boxing for 2 years and you come back, you're still going to have power.
Look, Briz.
Your timing, listen. Your timing might be off. Your timing might be off a little bit.
Briz, let me tell you this, right?
But your power not going nowhere.
It's more
Briz, let me tell you this.
Briz.
When COVID happened, right, my gym was shut down the whole year.
Right.
From March all the way to January, my gym was shut down the whole year. I stayed in shape, went for my runs, did everything, having no access to no boxing gym, right?
Right.
them first couple sparring sessions, do you know how dull I was? You don't get that sharpness back in that one look.
Yeah, it's
like,
more.
Tony
It's
was
more
out-
sharp.
Listen,
But that's
listen,
more
it's more
timing.
context, though.
Tony,
It's-
listen, let me finish. Tony's last fight, before his last fight, right? Tony had last fought December 21st, 2019. His last fight was April of 2021, right?
Mhm.
I don't care how much sparring you got. You're not going to be as sharp as you once was in your previous fight, especially after a long layoff like that. Tony was out for a long time.
You keep
He got
saying
the weight
sharp.
cut. What?
You keep saying sharp. We're not talking about sharp. I gave you that. I said your timing gonna be off. You're gonna be dull. You're not gonna be as sharp.
Power
Your
don't go
power-
nowhere. If you got power, you got
don't go
power.
nowhere, but the
But
power,
the power
mean
isn't
nothing
gonna
if you're not
The
sharp.
power isn't going to be there if you're not sharp. You got to sit on your punches. You got to know how to step with the punches. You got to time the
That's
punches.
not.
And you can't just.
Nah,
you
when
can't
you got dynamite in your hands, Seb, it don't matter. Let me tell you. I told y'all the story about Jerry Cooney, right? I told y'all about the story about Jerry Cooney, how he came in, sparred somebody, and knocked him out. Old man, you can't teach heavy hands. You can't teach the dynamite in the hands. When you got it, you got it.
So
Heavyweight.
That's what we talking about. Power. I don't care if you a
Talking about
heavyweight or
power,
not.
it don't matter if you're heavyweight
Hey,
or not.
listen. Hey, DJ.
Power.
DJ. When you first seen me on my video, right? And I was lifting weight, right? You said, Briz, you got to get rid of that gut. I said,
Right.
I know. But I still got my power. I ain't lift weights in 2 years. But I could go in the gym and lift 300 pounds with no problem. The power's not-
Right. Your power don't go nowhere.
But just
not-
because the
I
power,
get what you're saying.
just because the power doesn't go nowhere, don't mean you're gonna come off a 2-year layoff and just knock somebody out because you got power.
I'm not saying that. But if
Nah,
my record,
we're not saying that.
if my record is 30-0 with 30 knockouts, and I take a 2-year layoff, you ain't gonna come in the ring and fight me like I'm 30-10.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. So the power isn't gonna go nowhere, right?
Right.
Okay. So what was the difference between the Tyson Fury first fight and the second fight? Because how many years did he come off the first fight? He did not wide out. Then the second fight he did.
No, you're not getting it.
Well, I mean, we already know that's a controversial topic, so I don't really want to comment about that. But that's a little controversial.
All right. So hold on. Let's go back to the original topic because we all over the place.
Right.
So, Briz, what's the point you're trying to prove?
The point that I'm trying to prove is
I'm talking about with
It's
Charlo,
easy.
just with Charlo.
listen. The point that I'm trying to prove is
Stop.
once Charlo gets punched back, somebody was blocked. His game plan is out the window.
I agree with Briz. I very much agree with Briz. I agree with him. There was points in that fight that Charlo got, when he got hit with I think it was round 6 or 7 midway through, and he got cracked with that hook, and he almost sat down, and then it was almost like he grabbed onto Castaño. He got rocked with 2 double hooks. It was one hook, boom, then right to the body. Then he came back up top with the hook again. So that's why I don't understand why Hitman is saying that Charlo didn't get rocked in that fight, or that he wasn't. He didn't
I
get.
never said that.
What'd you say?
I said he didn't get his ass whooped. I never said he didn't get rocked. I seen him get rocked.
He
in the
did.
third.
He got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped.
Hold on.
He got his ass whooped, bro.
All right, so
He got his ass whooped for a couple rounds, bro.
I got this. So, DJ, you say he got his ass whooped. How did you score the fight? How many rounds to how many rounds?
How many rounds? I'm gonna say at least 6 of them rounds he dominated with power punches.
No, I'm just saying overall. I'm talking about overall. You scored the fight. How many rounds?
Overall, I'm gonna say he probably dominated about 35% of the power punches. Connect.
Now, how many rounds did you give Castaño?
I gave Castaño. I mean, like I said, I gave him 7. I gave him 7, and I'm gonna say 6 of them 7 he rocked Charlo in 6 of the 7 of those rounds.
So I agree with you that because I had a 7-5 Castaño too, but I don't think he got his ass. I think a 7-5 isn't an ass whooping. That's a close
The
fight.
only reason why
I'm just saying overall power punches though, Sib. I'm not saying. I'm saying out of those rounds, 6 of those rounds, Castaño was hitting Charlo with some cannons. He was rocking him especially to the body.
He did.
That's why Charlo kept on his heels. And even Charlo own corner said, "You need a knockout to win."
He did.
His own corner said it. So come on. Even his own corner knew he was down on that fight, man.
Okay, so just so I get an understanding of what you're saying that it was rounds Castaño whooped his ass, not overall the fight.
Yeah, it was rounds that Castaño was in there beating him up.
Okay, I give you
beating him the fuck up.
And there was rounds
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
out on his feet.
I think
he didn't, but then he didn't close the show. He didn't close the show.
Castaño ain't close the show.
Listen, there's a lot of guys. It's a lot of guys. I mean, listen. Overall, I want. There's some other guys on here. I'm pretty sure they want to get on. I'm gonna let them get on. I want to hear what Loso got to say, because Loso got a lot to say. Mustafa, we got a lot of guys on here, so I'm gonna let somebody else come on, man.
Hey, Hitman, get ready. Hey, look, Hitman, you got a lot of people want to talk some shit to you, so get ready.
So I'm getting off so they can talk.
So Mustafa, I'm out. Y'all be easy.
I look like I'm missing you, man. I'm here.
Oh, I'm about to invite somebody on.
I kind of think the only reason why we're saying ass whip is because it's a Charlo, and not too many of us like the Charlos. So therefore, like, when he loses a fight, it's considered an ass whooping.
Say that again?
I said, oh damn, my bad. My bad, bro. I said, because it's a Charlo fight, we give it an ass whooping just because it's him. So the word ass whooping is overpowering.
Yeah. That's what I say. I had Castaño winning. I agree with it. I just don't think he got his ass whooped.
So I ain't get his ass whooped, but because it's a Charlo.
Where the Hitman at? Where the Hitman at?
I gotta get him back.
Where is the Hitman at? Where is the Hitman at?
Oh shit.
Hitman thought today he was gonna come online and be talking trash to people like myself. Didn't happen.
I'm trying to get him more.
Get him back. Get him back. Get him. Hitman, don't run from this. Everybody up here is looking for you. Everybody in the comments looking for the Hitman.
Sit your ass back. Sit back.
I'm DMing him.
Huh?
I said I'm DMing him right now.
Hey, Mustafa, he did run. He ran just like Charlo last night. Charlo couldn't move them feet fast enough to get out that man's way.
So who you had winning, Coach?
I felt dude won, but to be honest, I really didn't want to see Charlo lose for personal reasons.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see him lose. However, I wanted to see him struggle, which I did see. I do have to correct a statement that I made Thursday. I said Charlo couldn't box. Charlo did show me a glimpse of that he possibly could box, but he can't keep it up because that's not his style. Same thing that happened with Emmanuel. But yeah, I'm just glad seeing Charlo struggle, to be honest, because I
told you he was too. I told you that days before the fight he was.
Yeah, you did. Because I believe that the Charlos is more hype than anything. Him and both of them. I feel like they're more hype. Me myself, I never put a whole bunch of faith into a person that's known for knockouts or power, because what happens is he might hit hard to me, but he may not hit hard to Mustafa. Mustafa got skills and got a mind frame to use his boxing ability. And the sad thing, a lot of these guys who are known for power and knockouts, they stop sharpening up their skills because they're known for knockouts. They get hooked on that. People, knockout. So now they start to fall behind on their sharpness. So when it comes time to use it, they can't
It
use
ain't no plan B.
Exactly. Charlo came into that fight with one plan, knock that man out. His first, everything he threw had bad intentions on it, from his jab, everything. Everything had, everything was just like power. That dude wasn't gonna be denied though. I think, I do think the dude won though. But hey, it is what it is. Charlo know the dude won. His trainer know the dude won.
Yeah.
But they skated and got away with the draw and they took it. They're not gonna I don't think they're gonna rematch dude.
You don't think
That's
so?
my personal opinion. I don't see Charlo beating that man. Charlo is only known for knocking people out. Charlo hit that man with one of his best shots. And the dude's legs is so strong he didn't fall.
I was surprised
even when
no knockdowns at all.
Look, even when Charlo caught him, if you remember, they kind of like moved a little bit their position in the ring. Charlo threw like a combination. And in that combination, he pushed him. Dude went back, but dude didn't fall. You know what I'm saying? So, personally, I don't think Charlo can do anything different to beat that man. I think that man just got his number. He better stay away from him. That's just me.
What you think, Star? Who did you have win first?
I was on the plane. Man, when the fight was unfortunately when the fight was on. But I was going into the fight, man. I was thinking that Charlo was gonna knock dude out. I thought Charlo was gonna wash dude. Not even if he didn't knock him out. I thought Charlo was gonna beat dude easy. Just to be honest with you, I thought I would have bet $1,000 on it that Charlo was gonna be undisputed champion today. So I'm surprised. I got to go back and watch the fight when I get a chance. I've been doing a whole bunch of chores since I got back home, man. We've been out of town for a week, so for 10 days actually. So I'm just surprised that he fought him to a draw, and on top of that, it's funny that Hitman ran up out of here. That's funny. He running for me. I wasn't even gonna say nothing.
I want to tell something, it's gonna mess up the laugh.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing. He got out of here quick.
Matter of fact, hey DJ, text Hitman, tell him to get back on.
He ain't getting back on. He barely wanted to come on in the first place. Seems like
Hitman thought that he was gonna come up here today and talk pure trash.
Did he do the rock today?
No, he did. Yeah, he did the rock, the leaning rock.
He did do a little bit.
He said he did the leaning rock.
The leaning rock and disappeared. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But honestly, man, I just think the Charlos are overrated, and any fighter that's known for their power, man, I would encourage any fighter that's known for their power to ignore the people that keep praising them for power and knockouts and focus on their skills. Prime example, Deontay Wilder. Prime example, Kovalev. Prime example, Triple G. All of them get beat when you in there with somebody that's not scared of your power, that can still think when you cranking them, cracking them, and they can still think and stick to their game plan. What you gonna do?
I don't think Triple G fit that description.
No.
Nah, he one of the ones that everybody else I agree with, but not Triple G.
Maybe not. I think so, but maybe not. But you get the point, though.
I like to build on that, Coach Sean.
What's up?
I like where you're going with the power, but I think it's more so on their character. Like you said, like you advise them not to listen to the people who hyping them, basically, and then stay humble and do what you need to do to continue to build and grow. And I really think that comes out of your character and not necessarily come out of your style of fighting, but it comes out of your character. And that's why I truly believe that Deontay Wilder is going to beat Tyson Fury, because I believe whatever happened to him, he had a character shift, or I'm not going to say he had a character shift because I'm going to say it's always been of his nature, but I think he had a recollection to understand that I need to do some things a little bit more to have a better chance at beating this guy. And he's been focused on those things, I think, and it's showing, man. And I think that's why he's so locked in and they so locked in and sure themselves in winning. But like Charlo and those guys, those the type of guys, like you said, to easily believe in that hype. They seem like the type, like, yeah, I'm gonna just knock them out. I'm gonna just dog them. I'm gonna just, and everybody don't go like that. So,
right. I agree with you, son.
Yeah.
Charlo be looking for people to lay down.
Right.
But you know, let me tell you another thing that I feel about the Charlos. Like, I think we all can agree that majority knockouts aren't from like a clean shot. It's a shot behind the ear, a shot around the temple, you know, a shot to the top side of the crown of the head. You know what I'm saying? You get hit in those spots, you're going to shake. And then another thing, I feel like guys be a little fatigued too.
He was last night. He was last night for sure.
Yeah, it may not be enough to show that his opponent have a little fatigue, but you know it do happen. Matter of fact, at one time I thought Charlo was gonna knock dude out. I felt like dude was gonna get knocked out because when he would let his hands go, he would lose his technique. His hands wouldn't come right back.
Yeah.
But when he wasn't punching, his hands was up. But when he would throw his punches, he would his hands wouldn't come up right away. And I felt like Charlo was gonna catch him with that hook. You know.
He caught him, but it was a lot of he caught him with some, but he was smothering a lot of his shots.
Right.
This is a question. This is a question I got for Coach Sean because he don't believe that he gonna fight him again. What does Charlo do if he don't fight this guy? Like,
I think he will.
What he do?
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Probably. I just honestly, well, put it this way. I think if he do fight him, it's not gonna be like, all right, we're gonna fight in October.
It won't be the next one. It'll be a tune-up.
No,
before.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that because, like, the guy really has something to bring to the table. He in shape. His legs was like steel. That's why he didn't go down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Hey, coach, listen to this, right?
Okay.
If he don't fight Castaño next, right? What tune-up do he take, right? And if he take a tune-up and he knock his tune-up out,
he better not take a tune-up.
Heard. I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, I would think the only smart thing to do as far as a tune-up is to fight somebody that's close to like Castaño, but don't go for the knockout.
No, what I'm saying is, if he get the knockout, right? Are we gonna be impressed with that? Like, he's back.
No.
Right.
I'm not personally, because I'm be like, dude, you're not gonna knock this dude out. And it's not like he caught Castaño and didn't jump on him. I heard him at the end of the fight talking about, yeah, next time. I mean, I should have jumped. When I heard him, I should have jumped on him. Nigga, you was all over that man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you couldn't finish it.
You couldn't put that man down.
Let me ask you this question.
His legs,
Because I heard two people already say he should have went to the body more. What do you think if he would have went to the body, would have made a difference?
No, in my opinion, Charlo impressed me, and I'm not a Charlo fan. I don't care for him. Neither one of them. But I felt like he was mixing up his shots fairly decent. Period. Throughout the whole fight. I saw somebody said he was headhunting. Nah, I seen him mixing it up.
He was headhunting at times when his back was touching the ropes. When the pressure was getting too much, he was looking for that counter hook. Yeah. But not headhunting all night though.
Nah, he wasn't. And when you think about it, you on the rope. Nigga, the last thing you think about is hitting somebody with a batted shot to get off the rope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crack you in the head and I'm gonna kill out. You know what I'm saying? You hit him to the batter and you still stuck on the rope. Nah, that ain't the plan.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, listen to this, right? I want us to stop doing this too. Charlo gave it all he got, man.
He did.
In the championship, yeah, you're right. I'm trying. You're right.
He gave it all he got, man. He couldn't get Boy out of here. You're not gonna get every opponent out of here, man. Nope. Some people, you can't beat everybody, man.
Yep.
You can't beat everybody. There's always somebody better than you. He
So what you mean by that, Briz? So What you mean? Well, hold on. I'm not gonna say that I disagree with you. You said.
Hey, Dorset, you
said
gonna be the next one I let on.
You said we should stop doing this, and then you say you want us to acknowledge that he gave it all he got.
Yeah, listen what I want. This what I'm saying, Stop. You know, we tend to say the next fight might be different if you do this. What if Castaño make adjustments? Like, why are we we always champion fighters on the A side as if they the only ones that can make adjustments?
Right.
You feel me? Like Charlo gave it all he got. He went downstairs. He threw body shots. He went up top. He threw punches up top. He just couldn't get the boy out of here, and the boy was the better man that night.
Hey, Briz,
everybody always tend to say, like, we think Charlo the clear better fighter, so he gave it his all, man. It was nothing left. It was nothing else he could have done.
That's why I say he should not rematch that dude. And if you do, he better not make it no time soon.
He got to. If you want to be undisputed.
Sometimes
I got what you said. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sometimes people give it their all, and our expectations for them is more than they could give. He couldn't get nothing else.
Let me ask you this, Briz. Because I seen the press conference when apparently this guy beat Earl Spence in the amateurs, and they asked him about that, and he tried to like brush it off, but like his response to it kind of made me feel like he had some reservation about it, not that he didn't give a damn about it at all. Do you think that has something to do with him going, with his mentality going into the fight, or anything like that?
I mean, Earl is good friends. Earl is good friends of Charlo, so I don't think that he gonna be able to say, yeah, that boy gonna beat the Charlo. He gotta have a politically correct answer. I mean, they in the same camp.
Right.
Tyson Fury did the same thing with Billy Joe Saunders against Canelo. That's my fellow United Kingdom man. He knew Canelo was gonna hurt Billy Joe Saunders, but he couldn't say it.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. I felt like his response, his flared that response kind of made me feel like he had some reservation about it, even though he tried to make us seem like they're just the amateurs and he was, he didn't care about it. I think he know what type of caliber that fighter, that guy was, being that he beat Earl Spence and that he was a champion. You know what I mean? I think he knew.
That boy didn't get them belts for nothing, man.
Yeah.
That boy not a champion for nothing.
Yeah. I think they know what type of caliber fighter he is for sure. I think what Coach Sean is saying is true though. I think if he do rematch him, I don't think it'll be next.
Oh, so that not.
So Briz, who do you got if a rematch was next? If they made an immediate rematch, who do you have in there?
Castaño. Because I don't think that Charlo could do nothing else but catch him with a Hail Mary punch.
That's it.
Like Coach said,
good night,
behind the ear, a hit on the break.
Stop. I'm up at Dorset and he sent an invite.
Hey, but I will say once again, man, Charlo did show me that he do have an ability to box, but that ain't his forte, so he won't keep it up in the fight.
I've been disagreeing with almost every damn thing that's been coming out of your mouth tonight, man. I've been disagreeing with almost like.
Who did you have winning?
This wasn't even when you start talking about Deontay. So you can't even say the bias shit.
Hold on, time out. Hold on.
You can't even say the bias shit.
Time out. Do a set. Before
you can't even say the bias shit.
Hold on. You remember this. Keep this in mind now.
Good.
You had a conversation. I still got copies of it. Okay? We had a conversation. Just remember that, okay? Let's move on from the Deontay Wilder thing. Let's go to the Charlo thing.
No, I just said this had nothing to do with Deontay. This just added on to that shit. Now, because when the three names that you named, far as I think it was Kovalev, Deontay, and Triple G. Now, first of all, well, Kovalev, Kovalev was probably one of the best boxers out of that weight class. Not just power puncher.
Yeah, that's
for boxers, because aside from boxing, Kovalev was winning rounds.
Yeah, I didn't say he couldn't box.
That's another thing. So I would have took him out of that category before I took
Triple G.
Before I took Triple G. Now Kovalev, as far as level of competition that he got W's against in that weight class, you know, I would put him over Triple G. But far as Charlo, when it comes to being known as a power puncher, I don't even think that people respect him as a power puncher as much as they did Kovalev or Wilder or Triple G. You know what I'm saying? He throws nothing but power punches. But at the same time, he's an accurate power puncher. He throws a whole lot of accurate counter punches. He throws a whole lot of accurate stiff jabs. You know, like those power shots, those power jabs. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's been inside the ring, they know that you just can't throw a stiff power shot. Power jab and just land those shits like it ain't nothing. Either you're an accurate puncher or you're not. And he has a whole lot of accurate stiff jabs that he don't snap motherfuckers' heads back with. So, Charlo, when it comes to those power shots, I would still say that this man is a great boxer at the same time though. I just can't put this man as a power puncher. And I definitely ain't gonna put that on his him and his brother, because a lot of his knockouts came from counter punches.
Dejay, who did you have winning?
Who did I have winning?
Yeah.
After I looked at the fight again, because I didn't even see the fight until the last couple. I just saw the fight this morning.
Get it out. Who you have winning?
I'll put it like this. I wouldn't have got mad had it went either way. But I would have.
That's fair.
I wouldn't get.
Hey, Sid, I'm out of here. The door said he I don't know what's going on with the Jack got his tongue.
What I just said, I would have gave it. I would have gave it to Charlo.
I'm out of here.
I wouldn't have got mad if it went either way.
Hey, Sid, I'm going too. This dude Dorset had some shades on watching the fight. I'm out of here.
See, the thing about it is, when you got individuals. Now this man is already coming into the live already saying that he's biased against Charlo. Sean already made it clear that he's not a Charlo fan. So we can't even take his we can't even take his opinion on this man's. I think a lot of the shots that people were giving what's the name credit for, he wasn't actually landing. You know, a lot of those shots in the pocket.
What?
A lot of those shots in the pocket, he was.
Hey, son, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Dorset, you a fighter, bro. You telling me that a lot of them shots he wasn't landing? That Castaño wasn't landing?
He wasn't landing.
He was landing a lot of shots, bro. Come on, I don't know what fight. You definitely had your glasses on.
I didn't say that he didn't land.
Dorsett was talking during the whole fight.
Listen, matter of fact, look at this. I just watched that shit. I just watched that shit just a second, not too long ago.
Before he got, okay.
Okay. I just watched that shit.
Okay, we can watch it right here, right now. This round right here.
Okay.
Go back and turn it on. I want to see some of that fight that when you ain't see no Castaño going to the body and hitting him with shots, clean shots.
What round is that? What round is that, Seth?
That got to be like the first couple.
The third.
Oh, that's the round when
right.
Charlo got rocked twice.
Right. Now we can watch it right now and see what's going on.
See, right here.
No. Come on, man. Put the fight back on, man. There you go with your bullshit, man.
Hang on. Can I? Before it goes on. See, this is another thing that judges go on. It's called ring generalship. It clearly looks like, even though your boy Castaño is coming forward, it still looks like Charlo is dictating the pace of the fight. Let's go ahead.
This round, but we're gonna watch the fight.
It still looks like he's dictating the pace.
All right. Now look at Castaño. Boom. Look right there.
Look at him. He was getting bullied the whole fight.
Come on, bro. He was getting bullied in that fight, man.
Let's go back to that again. Let's go back to that right there. Because I just saw two solid shots landed. That's what I just saw. 2 solid shots landed.
Okay.
Castaño landed 2 solid shots. Hang on.
Okay.
Now I'm seeing.
Look at them body shots he had.
I'm seeing that was the clean shots right there, and that shot right there. Other than that, there was missed shots.
You can't tell Charlo head they was missed though.
Exactly.
You said
exactly. What fight was you watching?
I just saw 2 heads.
What fight was you watching?
What? I didn't say that he didn't win that round right there. I didn't say that he didn't win that round. He won that round in the last couple of seconds.
Hey, Seth, you my man.
Yo, he dominates the fight, man.
Come on, man. He came out the next round and his legs was back under him.
Okay. All right.
And it looks like he's dictating the pace.
No, it looks like he's running, trying to get off me.
You can't look.
Come on, look, he got hit with a body shot right there. Dorsett. You're being biased right now, bro. You're being biased right now. You're being biased right now, Dorsett.
You and I both know how you used to box. You can't say that's running.
Hell,
that's not running. Did you just say that was running?
I was slick.
That looked like Charlo was. Charlo didn't want to get hit with none of the punches. That's what it looked like to me.
He's running. He looks like he's running.
No, it looks like Charlo don't want to get hit with none of them hard shots he's getting hit with. That's what it looked like.
This is what boxers do.
Charlo ain't no boxer.
Come on, no. There's a difference. There's a difference from a fighter avoiding and staying on the run like Mayweather does. Then there's a thing where he's avoiding shots to get hit with hard shots. There's a difference.
Dog. Charlo is hitting them with stiff jabs and hooking off the jab, keeping them at the end of long hooks. And when he gets in close, he goes up in the crunch and comes with the check hook.
Play the fight. Play the fight. Let me see what you're talking about.
Look,
play the fight. Let me see what you're talking about.
Look, long jabs. Watch it. Keeping them at the end of the jab. Keeping them at the end of the jab. When he come in close,
Charlo was keeping himself at the end of his own jab.
Exactly. Look at Castaño coming in. All right, look at Castaño still coming. Boom, body shot right there. You say he was missing the weight. Body shot right there.
He hit him with a hook as well, though.
Charlo did not want to get hit with them shots that Castaño was throwing, bro. Come on, Dorset. Dorset, you even said that while Charlo was backing up because he didn't want to get hit with none of them power shots he was getting hit with. Castaño was putting it on his ass. For 6 rounds, I gave him put on his ass. 7 rounds, I would say one of them rounds, it was kind of seesaw, and I gave it to Castaño because he was more or less backing Charlo up, making Charlo. It wasn't like a Mayweather avoidance of getting out of the way of the punch. This was, I don't want to get hit with a body shot or one of them hard hooks I got hit with in the 3rd round.
Are y'all telling me because a man respect the dude power, he's running?
Hey,
no, he's avoiding to get hit. It's a difference from Mayweather. All right, I can do Mayweather. This is Mayweather. Let me do Mayweather for you. When Mayweather's moving, he's moving. He's moving. Charlo was doing this.
I'm not going to go in there pride first. That's not what smart people do.
Come on. Charlo was relying on the knockout, bro. Charlo was relying on the knockout, Dorset.
We went in there with pride. What you talking about?
I can't believe y'all can't call this man no damn runner.
I didn't say he was a runner. I'm saying he was avoiding the shots, the hard shots. Castaño.
That's what the fuck you're supposed to do in boxing.
All right, but then when you got your eyes open, you like, listen, Charlo had his eyes open a lot in that fight. Like, I ain't feel this before. This is different. And like I said, a lot of people, how you can't give Castaño a credible knowledge nod that this guy earned his belt. It wasn't like he went in there and they gave him the belt that he was an interim champion like they did for Pacquiao. Come on, Dorset. Yo, so you basically saying Castaño didn't earn the belt.
That's the same thing they did with Pedraza and Tank. Pedraza was a credible damn champion that Tank beat. Pedraza is a credible champion. The dude that Charlo was just inside the ring with is a credible motherfucking champion. So why people keep all I've been hearing all damn morning on social media is this guy can beat Canelo. This guy can beat Canelo.
No, I don't. No, that's the brother. The brother. That's the brother.
That's all I've been hearing.
That's the brother. That's the brother. That's the brother. That's the brother, not him.
You said what?
That's the brother. That was the brother that they talking about. They talking about the other ones.
They talking about They talking about Charlo's. Period. When
not both of them. The brother. They talking about the brother.
They talking about them all. Trust me, when they talk.
Well, I mean, he was mad that Terrence Crawford.
That the day after his brother fought, it ain't no coincidence that the day after his brother fought, everybody was talking about this. Canelo will stop this guy.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have been talking about him. They should have been talking about his brother. Because his brother's the one that would be fighting Canelo. He's a few pounds heavier than his brother.
They talking about that because this is the opportunity.
I don't think this Charlo would beat Canelo. I wouldn't, and I don't even like Canelo like that.
Shit like that, motherfucker. Just like dude was talking about earlier. Just because a dude have a fucking off night, and I ain't even gonna say an off night.
I was about to say it was an off night.
He had an off. So
I said, I'm not even gonna say an off night. He was just in there with an undefeated, credible champion.
Yeah.
And even and most of y'all said, okay, I gave him 7 rounds, 7-5. Even if it's 7-5 against an undefeated, credible champion, where's the and you damn near got out of there a couple of times. Where is the shame in that? That's what I'm wondering.
No, there's no shame. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that Charlo.
No, because Sean calling them all hype.
No, he been doing that though. He been doing that.
I don't give a damn if he been doing it or he doing it just after this fight. I'm talking about How can you call a man a hype job? First of all, he didn't get those damn belts from hype. Who did he win? Who did he beat? Who didn't he fight?
They hype.
Who didn't he fight? Who didn't he fight to get those belts?
Both on hype.
Who didn't he fight?
Hey, see this is me, right?
Who didn't he
Hold on, listen to this.
I'm saying quiet time now. Okay, so we know Sean ain't gonna say he didn't fight this person, that person, that person.
No, listen.
Because everybody that fucking weight class that was to fight, only person that that I would say that he didn't get in that ring with, and I don't think
you Jimmy too.
Is honest.
You think you Jimmy too.
You said what?
You think you Jimmy? You ain't giving nobody time to talk.
No, because it's talked around that shit. I understand that part. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you. I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk. I'm gonna go ahead and let you dance around that.
You ain't gonna tell me when to talk.
I want to hear what Hitman. I want to hear what his squad got to say about this, though.
Hey, no.
I want to hear your response, Hit.
Nah, this just me when it comes to watching the fights. Period, man. Like a lot of this just my belief. When you may agree, may not, but I feel that everybody that we see on TV really not the best. They're just in a position to be on TV. So those are the ones that we have to choose from. You know what I'm saying? Me,
right?
I
okay.
do not feel that I do not feel that the Charlos are what they are. What a lot of people say they are. What the commentators make them to be.
Right. I agree.
You cannot talk to me about a Jarrett Hurd win because Jarrett Hurd, once again, is all hype. Jarrett Hurd is just a will fighter. He got more will than his opponents and he wins. Jarrett Hurd is not a skillful fighter. That's why when he got with K, he went down even more. He's not a skillful fighter. He just got will. And so just because hold on. Just because these promoters put a person on TV, that don't mean I'm a cheering. I'm gonna talk about him. Nah, you just want an opportunity. And you know, like
right.
A lot
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
These niggas is not the best fighters. It's top fighters. Hold on.
So who do you feel is the best fighter, North? Who do you feel is one of who's in your top 5 right now in those divisions? Give me your top 5 fighters right now. Right now.
In what division?
I'm gonna just say
we're gonna say from 130 to 154. Give me your top 5. Since you're saying that, I mean, because this is what we got to pick from right now.
Exactly. I understand it.
That's a wild ass gap right there.
I can give you. I
was thinking that too, Seth.
Nah, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just say like fighters that I believe right now, like are definitely somebody or have something.
I just want to hear the people that's better than Chuck in his weight class.
Shut up, man. I like Lil B Hop.
It should be easy.
I like Lil B Hop. I like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur, I really feel like is the face of boxing going into the future. People don't see it, but I've been seeing him since the Silver Gloves. I watch him mature.
Right.
I watch him grow. If you go to my personal Facebook page, before the Olympics even came up, and everybody was talking about who's gonna take over that Floyd thing, I was like Shakur Stevenson. You know, the kid is really the truth. I do like.
Make sure you record that, Sibbie.
Yeah, you know.
Get that future prediction, the prophet. That's the prophet right there. The prophet just spoke about the best fighter in boxing right now. And I'll say it. He will whip Chris. He will whip him. Yeah.
I like.
How do you see a rematch? If they do an immediate rematch of Charlo and Castaño, how do you see that?
Well, I've seen I would go with Charlo. I would go with Charlo. But the guys have shown, you know, that every time that they fight a similar style, they do better than they did before. That's what I'm seeing.
So, but I gotta agree with Briz with this. What if Castaño goes in and makes his adjustments? Then what do you say?
That's fine. I'm just going off what I've seen with the Charlos in the past when it comes to
I understand that
styles. So I can't go off oh boy, how he's competed against similar styles in the past.
Okay.
Neither one of them
But
one of them haven't fought a style like the other before last night.
No. I'm not talking about that style in particular. I'm just talking about a similar style like Tony, like Tarver. I mean, not Tarver.
Tony Harrison.
Tony
Harrison.
Going in there with the same style. After that, looking better than he did before.
And you know what I feel happened?
Going in there with a southpaw, and then going in there with Laura. You know, and the first time he was in there, I forgot to do the first southpaw that he was in there with. He ain't looked that good. But when he went in there with a better boxing southpaw like Laura, you know, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing a progression of every time they get inside that ring with a similar style.
I agree, but but I do agree with Briz too. What happens when they get in there with somebody to adjust their style just as much? You get in there with a
what? Once again, you answer me. Who? Like first of all,
I think Castaño could pull it off. I think he could go in there and make Charlo feel that power again. You're gonna see it in the voice of Charlo.
I'm still gonna go with that block. Now, the thing about it is, I mean, it ain't no mystery. You know, I mean, you won't catch no Mexican up here saying that he's gonna go with Charlo. But that's just how I look at shit like that.
I mean, overall, I'm gonna say it was a good fight. I put it on my top 5 fights of the year right now.
Yeah, so
I think it was a really entertaining fight.
A good fight like that. I just find it despicable that so many people coming after Charlo the way that they are. Especially
I'm not coming after him, but when you got a big mouth and you run it like you run it, then you. I'm saying you run your mouth. You run your mouth.
Running your mouth, he backed it up. If he giving off what you claim,
he ain't really back it up. We thought he was going to be a knockout the way he's talking.
Listen. You can't tell a man is not backing it up if he go. First of all, with an undefeated world, he's going in there with an undefeated world champion and pull off what most people that didn't even like into the fight, people saying that, oh man, that's one of the best fights I've seen all that's a victory for me. I don't care.
Okay.
Look at it. If you got people that's not even fans of yours prior to you getting inside the damn ring, and then after you get out of the ring, they still saying that's one of the best fights I've seen all year. It was a close fight, and you talking about against an undefeated world champion. How did that not? You can't say not backing it up. That's backing it up.
I mean, I thought, like I said, I thought it was a good fight. I mean, I'm not taking away nothing from Charlo. Okay. I just thought that Castaño got the win. I felt like Castaño got the win.
Okay, even if you think he got the win, you still saying a close fight. You still saying it's a good fight, but it's a close fight. You saying it's a good close fight. So I'm still not hearing how Charlo is not backing up what he's saying, because it was a good close fight against an undefeated world champion.
Right. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm not seeing. How the hell is this man earning his money, man? You know,
they both earned their money. I mean, they both earned their money. It was number 1 versus number 2. Couldn't get no better than that.
Oh, so if this man is not 1 or 2, okay, who else in that weight class you see beating them? And if so, why ain't nobody talking about them and Castaño?
Beating who? Charlo?
No.
Castaño and somebody else.
Number 1 and 2. Why they ain't talking? Why they ain't asking to see them versus Castaño?
This was the two best at 154 fight each other.
Exactly.
Right. This is the best.
The two best. The two best.
Right. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. If this was the two best at 154, then nobody shouldn't be complaining about shit, especially if it was a toe-to-toe.